Ho! Back with this week's lesson. Here you go. Fiddling around in D, and I'm going to turn you on to a little something that I call chord shape recycling. I've never heard anybody call it that, and I'm sure plenty of players have stretched this thought a bunch of miles, but I've never heard anybody really talking about it beyond its basic form. Very simple. Let's take a basic D chord that most guitar players know. Now let's scoot it up 2 frets. And it becomes an E. Makes sense in the progression. A, B, C, D, E. D, E. Okay? Well, what's happened there is your fingers haven't had to learn anything new. No change in muscle memory. No thing like, oh my God, how do you do that? It's very simple. The thing is, all your brain has to do is go, hey, if I take my fingers in this shape and stick them in another spot, now it's E, it was D. If we take that a little farther, here's what you got. Let's go from D. Okay, now let's not change our finger shape at all. Let's scoot it forward 1 fret and then lower it by 1 string. So instead of being on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd string, now we're on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. Well, now that's become G7. Interesting thing is it don't even have a G in it. But we're making our ear hear it that way. Now let's scoot that forward 1 more fret and lower it 1 more string. Now we're on 3rd, 4th, and 5th string. Same shape. Fingers aren't learning anything new. You got a D, pick it up, stick it here, pick it up, stick it here. Now we've got A9. Once again, very interesting phenomenon. We got a chord we're calling A9 with no A in it. And these could be named other things. I get into a whole nother conversation on renaming chords, but this is the way we're using them in this particular instance. Now, the reason I chose this way to show this to you and go in this diagonal pattern across the neck is because not only does that reuse the D shape from D to G to A, but it also is the 1, 4, and 5 of your basic 1, 4, 5 chord progression without changing the shape of your fingers. So you got 1, you got 4, you got 5. So you're playing over that. There's on your 1. There's on your 4. There's on your 5. Now some of this stuff starts to get a little outside, but at some point it kind of don't matter. The nice thing about this is if you do this, it always helps you remember where you're at on the neck. So it prevents you from really getting lost if you're playing, if you're just improvising. So there it is, pretty cool thing. There's a lot of ways to go at it. I'm going to do some other videos on the same concept and just take it farther and farther. But again, this is chord shape recycling, obviously, because we're taking this shape and we're just recycling it, using it for something else, and recycling it and using it for something else. But again, your fingers don't get confused. They already know how to do it. It's just a matter of training your mind to know it's a different way to use something you already know how to do. Anyway, I hope that was a good lesson for you. I hope you learned something. I know it was kind of a short one. As always, send me any comments, requests, anything you're interested in to richardeddieadams@gmail.com. I will definitely answer the emails. I'm interested in anything you have to say, have to send me. That's about it for this lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay in tune. Thanks.